Have you ever ignored an itch only to realize it was something more? We've all experienced it, a sudden persistent itch that just won't go away. Maybe it's on your hands, your feet, or even your eyes. At first, you might brush it off as dry skin, an allergy, or just one of those little annoyances that come with age. You scratch, apply some lotion, and move on with your day. But what if that itch is your body's way of whispering a warning, one you shouldn't ignore? What if it's not just an itch, but a silent alarm that something deeper is happening inside you? For many, small physical discomforts become part of daily life. A little stiffness in the morning, a few extra aches, maybe a bit more fatigue than before. And we tell ourselves, it's just aging, nothing to worry about. But sometimes these little signs are your body's way of saying, pay attention. Itching in particular can be a signal that something is wrong beneath the surface. It's not always just dry skin or irritation. In fact, persistent itching in certain areas of the body can be linked to serious health issues, problems like diabetes, liver disease, or even inflammatory breast cancer. These are conditions that don't always come with dramatic symptoms in the early stages. Instead, they begin quietly, giving you subtle clues that something is off. And if you recognize those signs early, you have a far better chance of protecting your health before the problem escalates. Think about it. If your body was trying to warn you, would you listen? This is why today's discussion is so important. By the time you finish reading, you'll understand the hidden messages behind itching in 3 key areas of your body. You'll learn why these seemingly harmless sensations could be early warnings of something much more serious, and most importantly, what you can do about it. Your health is the most valuable thing you have, and sometimes all it takes to protect it is knowing what to look for. So stay with us until the end, because the information in this article could make all the difference for you or someone you love. Let's begin. 1. When your hands and feet won't stop itching, what is your body trying to tell you? You've probably experienced it before, that nagging itch on your hands or feet that just won't go away. At first, it might seem like nothing. Maybe it's dry skin, a reaction to soap, or even just a minor irritation. But what if that itch lingers? What if it becomes a constant presence in your daily life, returning night after night, making you restless, and leaving you wondering why no amount of lotion or scratching can make it stop? We often dismiss small discomforts, thinking they're harmless, but the truth is, persistent itching, especially in your hands and feet, can be your body's way of waving a red flag, signaling that something deeper is at play. And when you understand what's causing it, you have the power to take action before it turns into something far more serious. One of the most unexpected reasons behind constant itching in these areas is diabetes. Millions of people live with diabetes without even realizing it, and in many cases, the first signs are subtle: an unquenchable thirst, frequent trips to the bathroom, unexplained fatigue. But what many don't know is that their skin can be one of the earliest indicators that something is wrong. When blood sugar levels are too high, the body becomes dehydrated, pulling moisture away from the skin. As a result, your hands and feet may start to feel unbearably dry, leading to itching that no amount of cream or moisturizer can fully relieve. But the issue doesn't stop there. High blood sugar also weakens circulation, meaning these areas don't get the proper blood flow they need. Over time, this poor circulation can cause nerve damage, a condition known as diabetic neuropathy. The nerves in your hands and feet may start to misfire, sending signals to your brain that create a constant, irritating itch. At first, it may not seem like much. A little discomfort here, a little dryness there. But over time, this seemingly innocent itch can spiral into something much worse. When the nerves are damaged, the sensation of itching can become relentless, yet scratching does nothing to stop it. Worse, the skin in these areas becomes more fragile, making it easy to break and difficult to heal. A simple scratch can lead to open wounds, which in someone with diabetes can turn into serious infections. In the most severe cases, untreated wounds on the feet can become so infected that they lead to amputations, something no one ever expects from what began as just an itch. But diabetes isn't the only potential culprit behind itchy hands and feet. Another, lesser-known condition that can trigger this relentless irritation is primary biliary cirrhosis, a disease that affects the liver. It may come as a surprise, but your liver plays a crucial role in keeping your skin healthy. When it's functioning properly, it helps your body get rid of toxins, process nutrients, and regulate bile production. But when the bile ducts in the liver become damaged, a hallmark of primary biliary cirrhosis, bile starts to build up in the body instead of flowing out as it should. And one of the earliest and most distressing symptoms of this condition is severe itching, particularly in the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. What makes this itch different is how intense it can become, often worsening at night. People describe it as deep, burning, and nearly impossible to ignore. No lotion, no medication, no home remedy seems to bring relief. It's as if the itch is coming from the inside out, signaling that something isn't right beneath the surface. For many, this symptom is brushed off as dry skin or an allergic reaction. But when it persists, especially if it's accompanied by fatigue, dark-colored urine, or dryness in the eyes and mouth, it's a warning sign that the liver may be struggling. Left untreated, primary biliary cirrhosis can lead to liver failure, a life-threatening condition. And yet, the body had been trying to warn all along, with an itch that refused to go away. So, what should you do if you've been experiencing persistent itching in your hands and feet? First, pay attention. Is it just an occasional annoyance, or has it been happening regularly? Does it get worse at night? Have you noticed other symptoms, like fatigue, changes in your skin, or digestive issues? If the itching is constant and unexplained, it's time to listen to your body and seek medical advice. A doctor can run simple tests to check for underlying conditions like diabetes or liver disease. Catching these issues early can mean the difference between managing them effectively or facing serious complications down the road. And the best part? If detected soon enough, many of these conditions can be controlled with the right lifestyle changes and treatments. Your body is always speaking to you, giving you little signs to pay attention. An itch might seem like nothing, but sometimes it's a clue, one that could help you take control of your health before something worse happens. So, if your hands or feet have been trying to tell you something, are you ready to listen? 2. When your eyes won't stop itching. Is your liver trying to warn you? Have you ever felt an itch in your eyes that just wouldn't go away? At first it might seem harmless. Maybe it's allergies, maybe it's just dry air, or maybe you rubbed your eyes too much. You use some eye drops, blink a few times, and try to ignore it. But what if that persistent itch isn't just a temporary irritation? What if it's your body's way of signaling that something much deeper is happening inside, something you shouldn't ignore? Your eyes are more than just windows to the world. They're also mirrors reflecting what's happening inside your body, particularly your liver. Many people don't realize it, but when your liver is in trouble, one of the first places it can show up is in your eyes. A persistent, unexplained itch, especially if it's paired with other subtle symptoms, could be one of the earliest warnings that your liver is struggling to keep up with its job. And if you pay attention to this early signal, you have a chance to take action before things get worse. The liver is an extraordinary organ, working around the clock to filter toxins from your blood, break down fats, and keep your body functioning smoothly. But when the liver becomes overworked or starts to fail, toxins begin to build up in the bloodstream. One of the first places these toxins accumulate is in the tiny capillaries around your eyes, irritating the delicate nerve endings and causing that relentless itching sensation. Unlike normal eye discomfort caused by dust or dryness, this type of itching doesn't go away easily. It lingers, worsens over time, and often comes with other subtle but serious signs that your liver is in distress. One of the most common liver conditions linked to itchy eyes is cirrhosis. In its early stages, cirrhosis may not cause obvious pain or discomfort, but the body starts sending out small warning signals, itchy eyes being one of them. This happens because as the liver struggles to process bile, it causes an imbalance in bile salts, which can accumulate in the bloodstream and trigger itching in the eyes and other parts of the body. It's as if your liver is waving a silent red flag, hoping you'll notice before the damage becomes irreversible. But itchy eyes aren't the only clue. When the liver is in distress, it often sets off a chain reaction in the body. Along with the itching, you might notice a yellowish tint in the whites of your eyes, a condition known as jaundice. This happens when bilirubin, a yellow pigment normally processed by the liver, starts to build up in the blood because the liver can no longer break it down properly. If your eyes appear slightly yellow, even if just a little, it's a major sign that your liver is not functioning the way it should. Other symptoms often accompany itchy eyes in cases of liver dysfunction. Have you been feeling more tired than usual, even after a full night's sleep? Do you find yourself struggling with digestion, bloating, nausea, or unexplained discomfort after eating fatty foods? Have you noticed that your skin feels more sensitive or that you bruise more easily? These symptoms, while seemingly unrelated, all point back to one source: the liver. Many people go for months or even years without realizing their liver is struggling. That's because liver disease often progresses quietly, without causing immediate pain. Unlike heart disease, which can strike suddenly, or lung problems that come with obvious breathing difficulties, liver issues develop gradually. The early signs, like itchy eyes, are easy to dismiss until the damage is more severe. But by the time more serious symptoms appear, such as swelling in the abdomen or chronic fatigue, liver disease may have already advanced to a dangerous stage. So, what can you do if your eyes have been persistently itchy and you suspect your liver might be the reason? First, take an honest look at your overall health. Have you been consuming too much alcohol, eating a high-fat diet, or struggling with weight gain? These are all risk factors for liver disease, particularly non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which affects millions of people worldwide. Cutting back on alcohol, adopting a balanced diet rich in leafy greens and antioxidants, and maintaining a healthy weight can significantly reduce stress on your liver and improve its function over time. Regular health checkups are also crucial. A simple blood test can check your liver enzymes and determine whether your liver is functioning properly. If you have persistent itchy eyes, along with other symptoms like fatigue, jaundice, or digestive issues, don't wait. See a doctor and get your liver checked. The most important thing to remember is that your body is always communicating with you. Itchy eyes might seem like nothing more than an annoying irritation, but they could be a sign that your liver is asking for help. By paying attention to these small but important signals, you have the opportunity to take control of your health before a minor issue becomes a major one. Your liver works tirelessly to keep you healthy every day. Now the question is, are you listening when it speaks? 3. When an itch on your chest is more than just an itch. You've probably felt it before, an itch on your chest that seems to come out of nowhere. Maybe it's just a dry patch of skin, maybe it's from a new detergent, or maybe your bra is irritating your skin. You scratch absent-mindedly, assuming it's nothing serious. But what if that itch lingers? What if, no matter how many times you try to relieve it, the discomfort doesn't go away? Most of us are used to associating breast cancer with lumps. We're told to check for hard masses, unusual swelling, or changes in shape. But what many don't realize is that some of the most aggressive forms of breast cancer don't start with a lump at all. Instead, they begin with something far more subtle, something as easy to dismiss as an itch. Inflammatory breast cancer, IBC, is one of the rarest yet most aggressive forms of breast cancer. Unlike other types that grow as tumors, IBC spreads rapidly within the lymphatic vessels of the breast, causing inflammation and changes in the skin. The result? Persistent itching, redness, swelling, and thickened skin that can resemble the texture of an orange peel. Unlike an allergic reaction or simple irritation, the itch caused by IBC isn't just on the surface, it's a warning sign from deep within. For many women, the first symptom isn't pain, but rather a strange, relentless itch that doesn't seem to have an obvious cause. They try lotions, switch to different soaps, even change their bras, but nothing brings relief. What makes this even more dangerous is that because there's no clear lump to feel, many women don't even consider breast cancer as a possibility. They assume it's a skin issue, something that will go away on its own. And while they wait, hoping for improvement, the cancer continues to spread. But the itch is only the beginning. As IBC progresses, other symptoms often begin to appear. The skin on the breast may start to look different, redder, swollen, or unusually warm to the touch. Some women notice that the skin thickens, taking on a bumpy or dimpled appearance, almost like the peel of an orange. The breast may also feel heavier or more sensitive than usual, and in some cases, there's tenderness or even pain. Unlike other types of breast cancer, where changes happen slowly over time, IBC develops rapidly, sometimes within weeks or months. This is what makes it so dangerous. Because the symptoms mimic less serious conditions like mastitis, a common breast infection, or dermatitis, many women are initially misdiagnosed or dismissed. They're prescribed antibiotics or anti-inflammatory creams, but the symptoms persist. By the time IBC is correctly identified, it's often in an advanced stage. That's why awareness is so critical. Recognizing the signs early and seeking immediate medical attention can mean the difference between life and death. If you've been experiencing persistent itching in your breasts, don't ignore it, especially if it's accompanied by swelling, redness, or a change in texture. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Have you noticed a burning sensation? Does the affected area feel warmer than the rest of your body? Have you seen any unexpected dimpling or hardening of the skin? These could all be signs that something isn't right. It's also important to be aware of changes beyond the breast itself. Swollen lymph nodes in the armpit or around the collarbone can indicate that the cancer is spreading. If you feel a lump in these areas, even if there's no noticeable lump in the breast, it's crucial to get it checked out. The same goes for any unusual discharge from the nipple, especially if it's bloody or occurs without squeezing. Early detection is everything. The sooner IBC is diagnosed, the better the chances of successful treatment. Unlike other forms of breast cancer that may be caught early through routine mammograms, IBC is harder to detect using traditional screening methods because it doesn't form a single distinct tumor. That's why self-awareness and advocacy are so important. If something feels off, push for answers. Don't be afraid to ask for further testing, such as an ultrasound, MRI, or biopsy. Many women hesitate to seek medical advice because they don't want to overreact. They worry about seeming paranoid, or they convince themselves that the symptoms are too small to matter. But when it comes to your health, there's no such thing as overreacting. It's always better to check and find out it's nothing than to ignore it and discover too late that it was something serious. Taking care of your health means listening to the quiet warnings your body gives you before they turn into alarms. That itch on your chest might not be just dry skin, it could be a whisper from your body, urging you to take action. Your health is worth it. Your life is worth it. If something doesn't feel right, trust yourself and seek help. It could make all the difference. Listening to your body, the key to protecting your health. Your body is always speaking to you. Every itch, ache, and unusual sensation is a message, a signal trying to get your attention. The question is, are you listening? Throughout this discussion, we've uncovered the hidden warnings behind persistent itching. We've seen how an itch in your hands and feet could be a sign of diabetes or liver disease, how itchy eyes might reveal a struggling liver, and how persistent itching in the breast could be an early sign of inflammatory breast cancer. These symptoms, though easy to overlook, are often the body's first attempt to alert you to a deeper issue. And when caught early, they can make all the difference between prevention and a serious health crisis. Too often we ignore small discomforts, assuming they'll go away on their own. Life gets busy, and it's easy to dismiss an itch as unimportant compared to the daily demands of work, family, and responsibilities. But health issues don't always announce themselves with pain or dramatic symptoms. Sometimes they begin with something as simple as an itch, a minor inconvenience that, if left unchecked, could be the first step towards something much more serious. The good news is that we have a choice. We can choose to be proactive about our health. We can choose to pay attention, to ask questions, and to seek medical advice when something doesn't feel right. The body has an incredible ability to heal, but only if we give it the care and attention it needs. So, the next time you feel an itch that won't go away, don't just reach for lotion and forget about it. Pause. Observe. Ask yourself if there might be a deeper reason behind it. Have you been feeling more tired than usual? Have you noticed changes in your skin, your energy levels, or your digestion? Is your body trying to tell you something? Your health is your greatest asset. It's what allows you to live, love, and experience the world around you. And the best way to protect it is to listen, to truly listen, to the signals your body is sending. Because in the end, the small signs matter. They are the whispers of your well-being, the early warnings that can save your life. Take them seriously, pay attention, and never stop listening.